Texas is the second largest state in the US, and it's common here to see locals with guns. An ordinary outdoor shooting range near Dallas. Philip is in charge of security and provides training services here. Members of the International Defensive Pistol Association are holding a competition.
The IDPA is not something the typical person is going to be involved with. Whereas the normal customer would just come out and shoot, stationary at a single target, this just adds an extra element of difficulty.
The aim of the competition is to improve combat ability. Who gets the highest number of rings in the shortest time determines who will be the winner.
Guns are going to use the IDPA.
Your semi-auto pistols, Glock SIGs. There's no long guns, there's no fully automatic or anything like that. It's all semi-auto pistols.
In today's contest, most participants are middle-aged amateurs and they bring their own guns. Although some of the competitors might not be as agile as they used to be, all of them perform on the day. Steve is the competition organizer. As a veteran of the local shooting range, he himself owns about 10 guns. He's Texan-born and is addicted to firearms.
I love Texas. I can't imagine living anywhere else.
You keep guns at home, and you keep lots of guns, as
Yes,
I can
I do.
see it. Is it for protection of you and your property or your family, or is it just you have a hobby of keeping guns?
It's all of the above. A person really only needs one firearm. I have multiple, but that's because I have a lot of children. And I want each of them to have firearms of different types, just that are handed down through the family to kind of keep that culture going. So that's why when we draw, we always keep our finger aware.
The children's father helped them gain a respect for the power of firearms from an early age, so there's nothing mysterious about them.
At the age of 8, 9, and 10, my children already know most firearms not to touch to get an adult. We teach them and train them. But the thing is, we're not ignorant of them. So I'm not going to have my children be that way. So of course we keep everything locked up, because just because they're educated doesn't mean their friends are. This is a Glock Model 34, 9mm.
To Steve, there are two sides to the debate about the use of guns, but he says the media won't accept the positive aspects.
It happens many times where somebody with a firearm curtails something like that from happening, but you very seldom ever hear about that because that doesn't fit into the agenda of passing new legislation.
Each state in the US sets their own gun legislation. Gun control laws in Texas are comparatively relaxed, and as of this year, handgun license holders in Texas are allowed to carry a holstered pistol in public under the open carry law passed in 2015. Illinois has the strictest gun control regulations, yet in 2011 around 80% of murder cases there were gun-related. Most of the crimes happen in the state's largest city, Chicago.
Every day, the police are going to be very busy in most parts of the city. Too often, that is in areas of the city that have poverty, that have joblessness, that have despair.
Different gun control laws across the United States makes the reselling of firearms possible. Dealers purchase huge numbers of guns at low prices in states with relaxed gun control laws, then sell them on at higher prices in states where laws are more prohibitive.
People who might go into Indiana and buy a bunch of weapons and bring them back into Chicago to sell for criminal purposes on the streets. Well, those ought to be looked at as illegal transactions, and there should be more vigorous policing of it.
Illegal sales of firearms is a serious problem in the US. According to estimates, at least 50,000 guns are resold every year across the United States. In 2014, 2/3 of the guns seized by New York police for criminal purposes were from other states with relaxed gun control regulations.